Hi there. If you don't know me, my name is Eugene, and I feel like I'm coming out all over again. This time, I'm sharing with you that I'm fully owning the energy of being a light worker. And some of you might say, light worker, what's that? Well, for a long time in my life, I struggled with feeling like I didn't really truly ever fit in. And of course we hear that about people not fitting in as kids in school or with cliques, but I literally felt like I didn't fit in anywhere because I'm an outgoing person. I enjoy people for the most part, kind people, that is. And I always just felt overly sensitive and overly emotional and different, but in a place where I just didn't know what to do or how to move forward for a long time because I have intuition and I'm empathic and people are drawn to me. I'm also very creative. I can sing, I can speak, I can TV host, I can produce, I can write, I can dance some, I can act. I can do everything from floral design to interior decorating to doing makeup. Like I have all these skill sets. They're all very creative. I also can project manage. I can plan events. I'm a public speaker. So for a long time, I went on this path of I'm going to be somebody. I'm going to be famous. I'm going to be a famous recording artist that tours. I'm going to be a famous TV host. I'm going to be like Oprah. I'm going to be a blend between Ellen and Oprah. Because we all have people that we look to in the industry that we're passionate about and we think that's a goal. That's someone I want to be like. And there are many people out there doing amazing things in the public eye. And I am inspired by them all the time. When the pandemic hit, I was in New York City. And I was really pursuing traditional cabaret performing, TV hosting, and some event work. And then the pandemic hit, and as you know, everything shut down, especially for the entertainment business and in New York City. Basically, lost all of our work for an entire year. Well, we ended up moving back from New York to Denver, where we were originally living. And it took me literally the last almost 3 years to really figure out my next steps because I felt like the rug had been pulled out from under me. And honestly, I was actually very sad and very disappointed and at times very angry. Plus, I was struggling with dynamics with family members. I had a huge shift with my father, who actually is a narcissist. So being an empath, as you can imagine, my whole childhood in the home with a narcissist was extremely challenging. And I think that's what I had realized during this time when the pandemic set in. Being at home, having time to think, to go within, to process, to, reevaluate my life. I realized that I was looking for outside validation for such a long time to try to fulfill something within me that I wasn't getting from home, from the male energy of the home. And my mother was an opera singer, she was a music teacher, she was very supportive of the arts, so I felt more support in that way with my creative abilities. But, I never really felt like I was understood because of my sensitivities and my intuition. I've always been able to read people's energy and also get messages before they happen. Like, I'm one of those that will literally, and a lot of us can do this, but I'm one of those that will say, I'm going to get a phone call from this person today, and then like 10 minutes later I do, right? And I'm one of those that will watch like TV and the movies and be watching a TV show or a movie and literally say a phrase 20 seconds before it's said by an actor on the television. Even though that's not live, it happened, but currently in the present moment when I'm watching it, it is live for me, right? So I have been doing a lot of inner work a lot of meditation inner work weekly with this class I've been taking, and it has really opened me up. And the more I have gone within for answers and trusted myself and my intuition, the more that I have realized that I'm truly a light worker and that I'm here to help other people wake up to their own light just by being myself, by sharing my gifts and talents, by sharing my wisdom, by sharing my intuition. So I'm on this path, and I'm really excited because it really feels like for the first time in my life that this is where I'm supposed to be. And you know, you can say that wherever you're at in your life, but like honestly, in the last 25 years of my life, I'm like, oh my God, I'm more of myself than I ever was. I guess that's part of the growth and evolution of being a human, right? On the planet in a lifetime that you live. But it's really cool, yet really scary at the same time. And maybe you can relate to this. Like, I'm not on here to necessarily teach anybody anything. I'm truly just sharing my experiences and what I feel. And from there, I hope to inspire others to do the same because we're all in this together. I've known that for years. And whoever's watching this, you know that too. There's a lot of division and there's a lot of shadow and a lot of darkness. That's why I like this painting behind me here, because it feels like there's darkness, just there's light. There's always light around us. We are light. We are source. And there's darkness that creeps in. There's shadow work, right? If you resonate and believe in that. We sometimes have to get down to the depths of the darkness, the feeling, the experience of lack or fear or anger or loss or sadness or major change, to be able to reevaluate and step up and take a stand and say, okay, I can do this better for myself, or I can evolve, or I can grow, and lead into the light, lead into the truth of who I am. So we're all constantly evolving and changing. You know, and there are people on the planet that don't want to change and they resist the change. And I really feel that that's when the darkness takes over, because you end up being trapped within your own spirit or soul or source, as I call it, right? And to evolve and expand as humans, we have to face it all. It's the way it is. At least that's my truth. And that's what works for me. So I really just came on today to say to all light workers, to all sensitives, I feel ya. And I'm going to be doing more videos when I feel led to. I'm really exploring my intuitive gifts right now. I'm exploring doing some readings, and I'm working on a big event that I will share soon that are bringing creatives, artists, light workers all together, intuitives, and we're going to have this gorgeous collective experience. Just keep listening to yourself. Go within, trust yourself, and take steps. But you, in my truth of what I'm saying, you really have to be willing to face it though, and to feel it, and then to release it. And it can take years. It can take minutes. Depends who you are. It depends what you believe in, I suppose. But just continue to realize that if you feel different or lost within your gifts and talents, or what is my mission, or what is my purpose, we're also valuable. We each bring something special, but it's complex. Like, this is a school. This is a schoolyard, as I call it. We are learning every day. It's not just like going to school till 12th grade or through college or higher education. Life is constant schooling. It's like we're in a class. And sometimes the tests are really hard, and sometimes we, as I say, twirl out of the room with an A+. But I think in the school of life, there's not an A or an F. It's all what it is. And it's how we show up and how we choose to grow and evolve and move forward. So connect with your inner light, shine your light, and know that you're uniquely special. I had to learn that. And you know what? It took me years. And I'm still on the journey, right? We still are until we leave this physical body and go on to a next experience out of physical body. So thank you for being here. And I hope to connect with you more.